When you picture the Wild West, what do you see? A rugged cowboy? A loaded gun? Or pure chaos? You're wrong. Behind those legends lies a forgotten truth. It was the Jewish merchants who actually built the frontier. From gold mines to booming towns, this is the story of the unsung pioneers. Let's dive in with vintage shots right now. During the 1800s, a massive influx of Jewish settlers began arriving in the United States, driven by the search for liberty and a new beginning. While many were escaping the shadow of European prejudice and poverty, others were captivated by rumors of limitless prosperity. As the American frontier expanded, these resilient travelers pushed forward right along with it. They crossed the vast landscape, determined to forge a new path far from the cramped, bustling streets of the East Coast. Their westward trek was fueled by sheer grit, burning ambition, and an unyielding hope. The Wild West myth is usually dominated by icons like Wyatt Earp or Billy the Kid, but look closer and you'll find a shattered stereotype. Jewish pioneers were out there too, right in the thick of the frontier. Take Solomon Bebo, a man who didn't just run a ranch, he became a respected leader and governor for the Acoma Pueblo people. These men weren't just outsiders, they were cattle drivers, merchants, and even lawmen who helped build these rugged communities from the ground up. Their grit was legendary, proving once and for all that the spirit of the American West knew absolutely no boundaries. When the gold rush swept through California, most people chased the dream with a pickaxe. But the Jewish entrepreneurs, they played a smarter game. Instead of digging in the dirt, they built the essential supply chains for the miners. From San Francisco to Sacramento, they opened up the shops, warehouses, and early banks that held the frontier together. Whether it was boots or shovels, they provided the absolute necessities. While the miners were gambling on luck, these merchants were banking on stability. Their keen business sense didn't just make them wealthy, it made them the true architects of the American West's economy. No story of the Wild West is complete without mentioning the man who changed fashion forever, Levi Strauss. Arriving in San Francisco amidst the gold rush fever, Strauss spotted a gap in the market. Miners needed clothes that wouldn't fall apart. He didn't just design a pair of pants, he engineered the indestructible denim jeans. It was a brilliant solution to a rough-and-tumble problem. What started as simple workwear for gold seekers quickly exploded into a global phenomenon. Today, Levi's isn't just clothing, it is a piece of American history that conquered the world. Beyond the gold and commerce, these pioneers needed a foundation for their soul. Even in the unpredictable vastness of the West, they stayed rooted. They built the first synagogues west of the Mississippi, like the historic Congregation Emmanuel in San Francisco, founded in 1850. These weren't just buildings, they were lifelines. They provided a sanctuary for faith, a home for education, and a vital bridge for community connection. Through these institutions, they ensured their traditions would never fade. No matter how wild or distant the frontier became, their sense of belonging remained unbroken. The story of the West wasn't just written by men. Jewish women were the essential architects of frontier life. They were the backbone of these settlements, managing boarding houses, running businesses, and keeping families together through sheer skill and dedication. Beyond the home, they served as educators, midwives, and community organizers, ensuring their heritage never vanished in the wilderness. Their resilience didn't just help them survive, it turned isolated camps into vibrant, thriving communities. They weren't just settlers, they were the heart of the American frontier. Life on the frontier wasn't just about gold or survival, it was about community. Jewish enterprisers brought a touch of sophistication to the rough and tumble West. They owned and operated the saloons, theaters, and dance halls that became the pulse of these towns. Unlike the gritty, dangerous joints you see in movies, these venues were different. They were centers of hospitality and safety, where business and social life intertwined. By masterfully blending their own traditions with the raw spirit of the frontier, they turned these spots into legendary gathering places. They didn't just sell drinks or shows, they sold a sense of belonging. While the gold rush grabbed the headlines, the real power was in the banks. Jewish financiers were the silent architects behind the West's rapid expansion. Figures like Esaias Hellman weren't just bankers, they were the fuel for the engine of progress. From funding critical railroads to backing local startups, they provided the capital that turned dusty frontier towns into powerhouses. Their financial expertise ensured that growth wasn't just a dream, but a reality. They didn't just manage money, they built the infrastructure of an empire. Without their vision and stable hand, the American West as we know it simply wouldn't exist. While many found fortune in commerce, some Jewish pioneers chose a much harder path. They traded the comfort of a shop for the grueling life of a prospector. Shoulder to shoulder with settlers from every corner of the world, they braved the harsh elements and the relentless uncertainty of the mines. It wasn't always a tale of success. Many faced bitter hardship and disappointment. Yet their journey is a powerful reflection of the human spirit, the relentless pursuit of dreams, even against overwhelming odds. They were the unsung risk-takers, chasing a glimmer of hope in the deep earth. The legacy of these pioneers wasn't just measured in gold or business empires. It was measured in the lives they touched. They understood that a true community stands together. From establishing hospitals to funding schools, they opened their doors to everyone, regardless of their background. They built the institutions that turned rough frontier outposts into civilized societies. Their commitment to philanthropy was their silent promise that progress belongs to all. Today, we remember them not just as merchants or prospectors, but as the compassionate founders of a more inclusive West. Their story reminds us that even in the wildest times, the human heart can build the greatest wonders. Even with their success, these settlers were no strangers to the sting of prejudice. The frontier could be a cold place for an outsider, but they refused to retreat into the shadows. Instead, they built bridges. By reaching out to other immigrant groups and marginalized communities, they replaced isolation with cooperation. Through daily trade and shared projects, they proved that a thriving society isn't built on exclusion, but on understanding. They transformed the rugged frontier into a proving ground for tolerance, showing us that the promise of the West was meant for everyone. It is a powerful reminder that our strength ultimately lies in our unity. The influence of Jewish pioneers reached far beyond the market stalls and banks. They stepped into the halls of power. From the courthouse bench to the mayor's office, they took up the mantle of leadership. Take Adolf Sutro, whose tenure as mayor of San Francisco left an indelible mark on civic life. These weren't just politicians, they were champions of fairness, fighting to ensure that even the marginalized had a voice in this new society. Their governance brought stability to a chaotic frontier, proving that a leader's integrity is the ultimate foundation of a thriving community. They didn't just rule, they shaped the very definition of justice in the American West. Beyond the gold, the politics, and the banking, there was the taste of home. Jewish settlers brought more than just business. They brought their traditions to the dinner table. Iconic flavors like bagels, pickles, and smoked fish soon found their way into the bustling streets of frontier towns. What began as simple family recipes in little bakeries and delis quickly became a staple for everyone. They didn't just import food, they created a culinary fusion. By mixing their heritage with local ingredients, they crafted a unique flavor profile that forever changed the palate of the American West. It was a delicious legacy, one that brought people together, one bite at a time. In the vast, untamed landscape of the West, isolation was the biggest enemy. But the Jewish settlers had a powerful weapon, the printed word. By establishing their own newspapers, they ensured their community stayed informed, united, and connected. Publications like the Jewish News of Northern California became more than just paper and ink. They were a lifeline. They carried cultural updates, debated civil issues, and gave a voice to the voiceless. These presses didn't just report the news, they strengthened the threads of society, proving that even in the most remote corners of the world, our stories have the power to bring us together. The echoes of the Jewish pioneers still resonate across the American West today. They weren't just passing through, they left an indelible mark on the landscape, the culture, and the very soul of the frontier. From historic landmarks to the thriving communities they helped build, their legacy is all around us, waiting to be discovered. Exploring their history reminds us of a fundamental truth. The American West was never a singular story. It was built by diverse dreamers who dared to forge a new path. So as we look back on these unsung heroes, let's remember, their journey is our journey, and their spirit of innovation is the heartbeat of this nation. History is more than just the past, it's the foundation of who we are today. The echoes of these pioneers still resonate today. They didn't just build an empire, they crafted the very soul of the American frontier. Their story is a powerful reminder that history is never a singular tale, it's a mosaic of diverse dreams. If this journey into the forgotten West sparked your curiosity, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Share this story with a fellow history buff and leave a comment below. Which part of this journey surprised you the most? We're just getting started. Stay tuned, right here on Vintage Shots.